Good morning, students. How are you? I think you are fine. Today is the first class of chemistry. So I'll start the first chapter of class 9, that is matter in our surrounding. I think you have heard the word matter. What is matter? You know the example, that is pen, paper, wooden table, chairs, sun, air, water, all are matter. So what is the definition of matter? Matter is the substance which have mass and occupies a space, and matter is made up of tiny particles. Now we have to see what is the characteristics of tiny particles. The characteristics of particle of matter is they are continuously moving. Continuously moving. They having space between them, and the particle attract each other. Now I discuss the characteristics one by one. The particles of matter are continuously moving. That means particle possesses some kinetic energy. All particle having some energy, that energy is called kinetic energy. Due to kinetic energy, they are moving continuously. And as the temperature rise, particle move faster because kinetic energy increases. So now we'll see the movement. We know that matter are three types: solid, liquid, gas. Generally three types: solid, liquid, gas. Now what about this motion of particle in solid? In solid it is minimum. In liquid, this particle motion, the movement is more than solid, but in gas it is maximum. Now suppose you, I just give you an example. Suppose you lighted an intense stick, means agarbatti, and keep the agarbatti at the corner of the room. First you will get the smell of that agarbatti at that corner of the room. But as the time passes, whole you will get the smell from any corner of the room. So why does it happen? Because the agarbatti is lighted. So when it is lighted, the temperature increases. So when the temperature increases, kinetic energy increases. So when the kinetic energy increases, the movement of the particle is very high. That's why we'll get the smell at any corner of the room. Now the second features, the particle of matter having space between them. So this space depends upon the states of the matter. In the solid, this space is minimum because the solid particle are very closely packed. That's why. So there is no space or negligible space between the particles. In liquids, the space is more than solid, but in gas, the particle space are maximum because the particles are far apart. So that's now the second one. Now the third one. The particles of matter attract each other, and this attraction is called force of attraction, and this force of attraction is maximum in solid because the particles are closely packed and they can attract each other at high force, but it is intermediate in liquid and negligible in gas because in gas the particles are far apart, so their force of attraction become less. Now if we'll suppose I told you the particle having space between them, how can we prove that? You take a glass of water, one glass of water, and you take one spoon of sugar and you want to dissolve in the water. You label the water, you mark the water level, and you just dissolve the one spoon full of sugar into that water. After dissolving, you will see that the mark of the level of the water remains same, but you have dissolve already one spoonful of water, so it will be increasing, but it is not happen because the liquid water liquid, so that sufficient place be present between two water molecule, in that place the sugar molecule will dissolve, so the water level will not increase. So up to this much today. Next day I'll discuss more. Thank you.